Good evening, everyone. Looks like I didn't have my microphone on. Learning through mistakes, I guess. So yeah, what I was saying is that yesterday I drank Korean beer, a Korean craft beer called Yosu, but today I'm gonna drink something more international, Whole Garden. I had no idea they sell them in cans, but yeah, Whole Garden. Maybe most of you know what kind of beer it is. And what I said is also, which didn't get caught on camera or on mic, was that I'm doing the second challenge of freeCodeCamp, which is a survey form that includes like a field for a name, a field for an email, several select options, etc, etc. And it's not going to be that simple, but let's see how we can do it. And sorry for the notification popping out from time to time over here, I guess. If you see, yeah, this thing that just pops out like this. Why? Because how I did my setup is that I have my laptop over here. I have my phone checking if somebody's writing a chat, which there is no one except me. There's a camera over there. It's not exactly a camera, it's an iPhone that's connected with a USB cable to my laptop. And I guess MacBook has this interesting function that you can stream your display, your iPhone display. You can record it through QuickTime or through whatever, so it pretty much detects the iPhone as a video recording device. And what I did is I turned on the camera app on the I turn on the camera app. I guess I gotta fix that notification thing. Just give me a second. We can't really work like this. Okay, so it's a mistake I hit. Okay, not bad. Maybe a little bit pixelated, but let's see where this is going. Okay, yeah, let's do it like this. What did I explain this? Yeah, so I turn on the camera, but not the front facing one, the proper camera of the phone. I spin it around, I put it on the stand, and what I did just right now is that you can see that I just cropped the whole video of it coming out on the screen, so you don't see the shutter button and all the other options or whatever there is. But because I didn't crop it properly, I can see the notifications popping out. Or maybe if I turn on the do not disturb function, they should be working. I'm not really sure. I haven't tried it on. I'm gonna try it next time. For now, just enjoy a beer and let's see what this survey form has in store for me. Cheers. Okay. So yeah, you can see that I have this. I have the video prepared. I have the visual on one side, the Visual Studio Code on one side, and then I have a web browser on the other side. And on the web browser, let me just go to the curriculum so you can see. Oh, and also, by the way, what I noticed that I didn't see yesterday, that I had errors. I have this, I have the extension. I forgot what the name of the extension was. Give me a second. It was a little bit complicated for me to install when I first downloaded Visual Studio Code, but yeah, ESLint, sorry, yeah. I have ESLint installed, so it tells me that there is a problem with my code. Somewhere it says the property value is expected, and it does have a point, and also it warns me that it's not good to use empty rule sets, which is over here. So what I'm gonna do is just delete these friends over here, and let's see our little happy mistake over here. Yep, I said family font and I did not specify what kind of font we want to use. So yeah, open Sans Pro, it was the name of it if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna turn off the camera for a little bit. Wow, and Twitter is really standing out. Oh, oops. Nope. Back. There is no back. Are you serious? Okay. I'm gonna put it over here. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter. I try to share things related with code, but mainly because I'm a designer. I mainly share stuff that's related to design, and because I'm a avid fan of baseball, especially Korean baseball. I share and I write some opinions about my favorite team. Sometimes they might be cursive words. Sorry for that. But yeah, let's see. So what now? It says it. I have no problem, yeah, because I specified the font, but I have not specified it properly if I'm not mistaken. Let me see, because it's, yeah, let's go to Google Fonts. Google Fonts and see how you should. Ah, yeah, I know how I should write it. Sorry, my bad. I did not put it in. Yeah, let me just put it on the screen so you can see what the tribute page looks like. The tribute page is quite simple. It's about Sir Timothy Berners-Lee, the father of our internet, you might say. More like the creator of the hypertext markup language. And yeah, that's what it is. That's how it looks. Save this guy and see how my body changes. Not really. Maybe because I already specified it somewhere else. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Quite simple. I don't like something complicated. Okay. Oh, and also, let me just check something, by the way. I am not sure if actually the link from Twitter works. If it works, that would be quite surprising. By the way, my laptop is going quite slow because I'm live streaming both screens at the same time. I noticed there's a... Whoops, nope. Yep, my bad. It is getting quite slow, yeah. It is very processor intensive. As you can see from my description, slow. I hope that YouTube pops out eventually. Yeah, Yeah, okay, looks like it works. Not bad. Oh, now we're gonna have this weird moment that you're gonna see infinity. But let's not break the stream. Okay, so we're gonna start from 0 now. And because I like to upload on GitHub, I'm gonna let me just create a folder. Or let me see if I can do it actually from freecode, from VSC. I should be able to. Add folder to workspace. Nope. Ah, yeah, I can create from over here. So much better. Okay, survey form. Let me just see again the response. Yes, survey form over here. I'm gonna create a new folder, edit. Title workspace. Oh, let me title it then. Now let's just open it again. Oh yeah, actually I have some changes over here that I should upload to GitHub, so let's just put it up. And then I should go also to CodePen, because I have it uploaded over there. Okay, we have the comparison over here of what before and after the changes, and let me just do a final edit and then put it up. Oh, I didn't stage it. Okay. And then I'm gonna push it. And what I'm going to do is let me just copy the CSS again. Oh no, I don't need the working tree. Oh, let's see how to remove the. Wow! Nope! 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 Oh wow, okay. Close off. No, 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 I don't want this. I don't want this. Let's close the working tree. Go to tribute. Let me just copy this and paste in the CSS again. I'm gonna save it. Yeah, I'm gonna save it. Run the test. Yeah, it's working properly. Okay. Okay, we're done for this side. And also they have already working example uploaded. Second, yeah. Okay. Look, these guys, yeah. They have a working example already, so we can just open it. Let's see what they have. I'm gonna close attribute. We don't need it anymore. And let me just open a new location. New location is going to be our empty folder. Hey. Survey form. Do you want to save my workspace? No, don't save it. As you can see over here, okay, I'm gonna close this. This is the built-in JavaScript that checks if you completed all the requirements over here, which are a total of 17 requirements. So yeah, let's see. We have a title, then we have a background. This is not part of the design or the requirement, so you can just skip it. It's gonna be part of the final, because you're gonna have to upload it on CodePen and then share the CodePen file. But for now, okay, let's break it down. We have a title, we have a background, and we have the body itself, which is gray in this case over here. You don't need to make it exactly the same. Give it your own, as they say over here. Give it your, oops, again, give it your own personal style. We have a name, we have an email, we have an age, which option, then you have this drop down menu, and then you have an option which I guess it's choose only one. Yeah, it's like you can select only one of them. Then you have this drop down menu again, and then you have this like several different check options. So then you have any comments and submit button. So yeah. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of googling for this. I am pretty sure. Okay, for now. Let me see. I think I forked it yesterday. I'm not sure. I hope I forked it. Yep, I forked it already. But you don't really need to fork it, because yeah, you don't really need to fork it. You can just, oh sorry, I'm getting sleepy. Oh, it's a little bit late in Korea. It's 11:40 now. I guess you can just fork the first. You can just fork the first CodePen, and then you can just continue like just updating the HTML and the CSS and do the test, because the JavaScript itself has like all the tests that you need to fulfill. But I'm not sure if I can actually copy it. I can't fork it again, I guess. So yeah, so let's what I'm gonna do over here. We can break down let me hide this guy, we don't need him. Minimize the guy. And then you see we have an H1, which is a survey form, which pretty much the title. We have a form outliner, and then we have the description, and then we have survey form, and then we have roles, labels, etc, 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 etc. How many total of 102 lines of code and 115 lines of CSS, which is not going to be the same. but you should include all the requirements. You should start all the requirements. Okay, let's close this guy. Let's create a new file. And the file it's gonna be, what's gonna be the file? Survey.html. Oh nope, it's not the file, this is the file. Survey.html, and first the HTML, then we're gonna create the CSS file. Oh, sorry. It's wow, I don't know why I'm so sleepy today. Might be the beer, or maybe not. Okay, so for now, if I'm not mistaken, I forked it properly. Or you know what, no, let's go back. I'm gonna go back and I'm just gonna fork the first one. I feel tempted looking at the HTML code. We have this pen over here. Okay, go back. Why doesn't it go back? It's been already 30 minutes, wow, time really flies. Okay, it went back, but I don't need my, I just want to see my dashboard, from which I'm going to delete. I'm gonna delete this guy. I'm gonna delete this guy, understand, delete my pen. And let me see if I can actually rename this guy over here. I can. Okay, let me just, I'm gonna use the same naming system, which is gonna be FCC test, and then it's gonna be tribute page. Save it. And I'm gonna fork this fellow, and I'm gonna rename it survey form. And I'm gonna delete, oh, except the testing script, of course. We need the testing script. Wow, now that I look at it, wow, I actually coded more than 100 lines. Nice. Delete this fellow over here. I'm gonna minimize this guy, we don't need him. Save. I could use CodePen from start to finish. Now this thought occurred to me, but I don't want to, because I want to get used to Visual Studio Code. And for now, I've been coding some simple stuff with. I did edit my personal website with Visual Studio Code, and it's really quite comfortable because I got used to Atom, or Atom, or I don't know how to pronounce it. I used the GitHub's. It's not really official, but yeah, the GitHub's project called Atom, which is also an editor, and it's also comfortable. It has its own GitHub integration and everything, but Visual Studio Code is more I guess you could say that it's better supported from what I notice. It has these constant updates, and I think it has a bigger community also. I used brackets, which brackets is again an open source editor, but this time it's not supported by GitHub. It's supported by Adobe, and it has a really good feature for designers. It has live view of what you're coding, like your website, like especially for front-end developers. Click a button, a browser pops out, and then you have this like code. Whatever you change, it immediately changes on the browser itself. So it's perfect. You don't need to save and then refresh and whatever. It's nice, but the support was just, in my opinion, was awful. I don't know what Adobe were doing. Maybe they're just more inclined to support their other products. And wow, because of work I am using their products, and they're just so riddled with bugs. It's amazing. At some point I even asked myself, do they even have quality control over there? Not sure, not saying anything. My opinion, I just noted that there's a lot of bugs, and when you update them, some bugs disappear, other pop out. Just saying. Okay, cheers. Okay, so let's now just save this fellow over here. And I'm gonna close this guy. Sorry, I don't need him for now. Oops. Oh, yeah, quite sleepy. So what we're gonna have to do first is let's put a title. H1. I'm gonna create a class also, and the class I'm gonna call it title. Close down the tag. And what kind of survey form should we do? Let's make something similar. So this time they asked how to improve freeCodeCamp. This time I'm gonna do is service survey form, and let's imagine that I own a restaurant. Let's imagine that I own a restaurant, and the restaurant oh wait, first I want to open this fellow. I want to open this fellow in a browser so we can see what's happening over there. Okay, we have them opened, we have the guy opened, and let's see what this friend has to say. For now it has only service survey. Or wait, let's just remove the form. We don't need the form. And then what we gotta do is we're gonna need something like a body, I guess. Let's make a div. Class is gonna be body. Let's put it as a body. Close this guy, and yeah, this guy is gonna include everything. So bang bang, let's put him down. Okay, now we have the body created. It's not gonna pop out over here, of course. Or, oh wait, why don't we just distinguish it with a simple background color? It's gonna be main.css, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the body. Oops, okay, now background color. background color, let's put it gray. Oh, thank God they have British spelling. And of course, height. Of course, width. The width is gonna be 100%, and the height is gonna be 100% as well. Oh yes, of course. We have not linked it. If we have not linked it, we can't see it, right? So yeah, let me just get the code from my personal from the tribute page. I'm just gonna copy the head. Should I just change my title to Code with Me and Beer, or Beer Coding, or whatever? To be honest, not that anyone is watching this right now, but if anyone watches it later, please comment in the comments below, and I'm gonna change everything. I'm gonna rename it Beer Coding, or just give any suggestions. I'm open for anything. Okay, let's see over here. Let me just copy this, the head. But interesting how when we opened the survey form, it did not have anything except an H1 and a div. It didn't have a body or anything. I wonder why. Maybe just it's not showing up, but yeah, I'm just gonna copy it. Okay, I have it open on the side. Let me put this fellow over here. I want to rename this fellow to survey.css. Confuse them, so I'm going to do this also survey.css. For Google Fonts, I'm just going to use the source Sun Pro and the serif. Oh wow, I thought I had Open Sans, but I did not. I had source Sun. Later I'm gonna have to change it. Okay, let's deal with that later. What I did is, in the beginning of the video, I did edit the tribute page to include Open Sans Pro because I mistook it for Source Sans Pro. My bad. Gonna fix it. It didn't break the website because it just goes to the default font of just sans serif. So it's not that big of a problem. Okay, now let's see. The first requirement is include a title. We need an ID, which we already have. The class of a title, and then but we don't have the ID, so it looks like we have to change it to an ID. Okay, and this fellow over here we're gonna have to put sharp. But before this, HTML body, and let's see. What what do we have to do with background color? Let's put a background color. And for background color, I like to use Open Color by a Korean designer. She created this open source color system, you might say. Let me see, I think her name was oh sorry, I don't remember now. It was created by no, wait. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Her name is, you can see it on her GitHub page, Hyun, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she created this design color system. You can use, which has a very nice palette of colors, very visually pleasing, and mainly for web design and for UI design. And it's my main source for color palettes. I like how she chose very visually pleasing colors, and not that bright, not that dark, just perfect. And what I did is with my Soul bike redesign, I used also her colors, her color system, and it's, from what I noticed, it's very good for accessibility, because the colors itself are not that close to each other when you use, like, for example, when you have red and blue, and they distinguish each other quite well when you put them in also in black and white, or if you test it with other color blindness modes. Of course, if you use the opposites or very easily distinguishable colors. If you use, let's say, violet and grape, there's not going to be a lot of difference for colorblind people, especially for people who can't see those colors. But yeah, I recommend this color system. And because I don't like using pure white background, I'm gonna put slightly gray. And what we're gonna do is text align the center, or text align everything to the center. And what we might do is yeah, let's put the font family over here. Font family is gonna be Open Sun, Source Sun Pro. And I always forget the quotes. And if we save this fellow over here, bang, perfect. Okay. And for the body, which is not yet visible because we don't have anything in it, for the body, let's use a color that's not going to be really harsh on the eyes. We don't want to have a, actually blue, yeah, let's use this one. It's distinguishable, but not that intrusive. Okay, for now let's go on with this. And the class, why did I put a sharp over here? This one is a class. And let's see what we have later. We have to have, I can see, a short explanation with an ID description. Okay, So we have this div, we have a class, and we can just put the description over here. Description. Close this fellow. Bang, let's write it. What should we write? Let's say help us improve our service. Yeah, we might include free coffee because anyone likes free coffee. Why do I say this? Big? If you come to Korea and you go to Burger King or Taco Bell, when you buy something, they give you the receipt, and on the bottom of the receipt there's always this link. You can always go to the link, do a survey, and when you finish the survey, you can just go to the cashier, show her. There's going to be a code pop out. There's a code that's going to pop out. Show her the code, and she's going to give you, like Taco Bell gives you free choco pancake. Like they say it's a choco taco, but it's pretty much a pancake with chocolate in it. And in Burger King, I think they are giving you, I think, what was it? It might be a free upgrade, or was it just like free fries or something? It was not that grand, but it's still nice. You got free food. So yeah, it's a free upgrade, or in Greek it's called set, like in I don't know how we call it in the States or in the UK. I forgot what it is in the UK, but in Korea, if you want to have a meal, oh yeah, it's a meal, sorry. Everywhere else it's a meal, over here it's called a set. So if you have a burger with fries and the drink, it's called a set. So if you want to order something, can I get like a McDonald's, like a Big Mac set? Why is it called a meal? Set makes sense, it's a set of 3 pieces. Okay, but this is another topic. From here we need a we need a form. So let's do a form and then put the ID, survey form. Oh no, we don't need a space over here. Space is gonna break something. But wait. Oops, you see? We have it working. You can see the body, which just the title, the subtitle. Okay, just do something for a second. Okay, and later what we need to include. Now we have a form with the ID survey, but if my memory is not wrong, I think there should be something else with the form. So I'm gonna go to our old buddy Google and HTML5, and let's see what's gonna happen. Do I have my audio on? Oh yeah, I do. Okay, not bad. The music might be very quiet, but I don't want something blasting in your ears with my voice on top of it. input type. Of course, we need an input element, but it's an element. Radio button. Okay, we have the radio buttons, but we don't need the radio button now. First, what we need to do is, no, I just need to finish the survey form. Enter your name in a field with ID and name. So we need an input, right? Okay, let's see. Input, and what does this fellow tell? We tell the text first, okay. Name. I just call it name and see the input is gonna be type text, because we want people to use text when they type it. We don't want somebody to type their code in binary, and I'm pretty sure some people could type their name in binary. Let's say text, and name the thing as it's setting over here, which is gonna be just name, family name. No, you know what, leave it. No, let's see, actually, let's experiment. Please type your name. Is this body gonna work? And also we're gonna need a input of a type, and then let's call this text. Okay, and then please type your email. Okay. I think let's see what's happening with the page. Bang, name, email, perfect. Later with the CSS we're gonna have to separate them, I guess. And what do we have over here? Let me see first. Inside the form element, I am required to enter my name in a field with name, ID name. Oops, so we gotta put an ID to this fellow over here. And then let's put an ID over here with email. Okay. Inside the format, I'm required to enter an email in a field with email. And then next, if I enter an email that is not formatted correctly, I will see an HTML5 validation error. Okay, so we gotta learn how to do this now. I don't remember exactly. Okay, the method attribute. The method attribute specifies the HTTP method get or post to be used when submitting the form data. When to use get? The default method when submitting form data is get. However, when get is used, the submitted data will be visible in the page address field. Each input field must have a name attribute. If the name attribute is omitted, the data will not be sent at all. First name, text, value, Mickey. Last name, value, mouse. Oh, whoops. Looks like I need to put this with value. And then this guy with value. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. Name. It's gonna be name. No, sorry. Okay, looks like if it's just a name, you don't need to specify it. Type text. Please type your email, but we don't want it like this, right? We want it to be great, and when you click on it, to disappear. Action. Specify an address where to submit the form. Oh, yep, there's my face again. Okay, so this thing we have to do the form, and it's gonna we have to put a method. It's gonna be get, and then later. it is working. If we want to separate those guys later in CSS, we need to put them in a container. And this guy, let's put a name. We have to identify it later. But we're using P. Just the text is a little bit weird. You know what, let's just put this as a class. And this class is gonna be this is gonna be name, nope, info. Let's call it info. As we saw on that side, there's gonna be this descriptions, and then there was something else. Then this div, let's put a class, and the class is going to be input, because this is the input side, right? And this guy, what I'm gonna check the freeCodeCamp example. I'm gonna open it on the side. Give me a second. Copy this fellow. Wait for a little bit. Okay. I'm now looking at the code, what they wrote. So looks like they have a form, okay, and then they have a div, they have a container. Okay, looks like they're using labels. Yeah, it looks like they're using labels for this, and those labels are in a container themselves. So let's put a container. And the container itself has a class that is called label. And then this guy itself is a label. I have to check what is actually label HTML, because they also have a they're using label and then for. And I just got a message from the city of Seoul, an emergency message which tells me to watch out for there is a stream in Seoul called Chungnam, but the time is 12:25 now. Apparently outside is still raining, probably a lot. Is it? Yeah, I'm getting quite curious now. Okay, just give me a second. It stopped raining. I don't know why did I receive a message in 12 at night. If I had an iPhone I would be pissed, because iPhones in Korea, even if you have your sound off, when there's an emergency message the sound goes really loud, like this, like loud beepy sound. But because I'm using an Android, I'm using a Samsung phone, even if I turn off the sound I just get this message that is constantly in the middle of whatever you're doing. Like it just pops out and it just stays there until you don't click the button, the only button, which is view, and you're immediately transported to the messages. You can't say no, you can't go back, just you gotta click view. You don't have a lot of options. Okay, let's see, label tag. 3 radio buttons with labels. The label tag defines the label for an input element. So this is what I was lacking. I needed a label for my input because now we have an input in the form of a form. In the form of a form. Okay. The label element does not render as anything special for the user. However, it provides a usability improvement for mouse users, because if the user clicks on the text with the label element, it toggles the control. The for attribute of the label tag should be equal to the ID attribute of the related element to bind them together. I have label for male. Oh, so label for name, I guess. In text box HTML. Okay, this is what I needed, because it looks like the value is not correct. A hint, yeah, exactly, we need a hint. Input name placeholder, so we just need to put the place. Also, it's called a placeholder. So this fellow is a placeholder, and if we look at the GitHub, wait, I'm just gonna copy it over here. If we look at the freeCodeCamp's code itself, oops, why? Actually, I don't think you need my camera. If I remove my camera, yeah, it's a little bit less processor intensive. Oh, this is mine. I don't need mine. How much time have I been online? Let's just do a quick check. I have been online for how much? One hour and 20 minutes. Ooh, wow. I went way over what I intended. Okay, this is a survey form, right? So we have this side. No, not this match. I still can't remember the bloody command Alt I. We have a name, we have the description. So I need to properly tag these guys. Now, label for name, and then we call it a name. Over here we have this, and then we have this guy, right? But this guy why is it not bloody opening? Div. So there is a div, and then there is a label. Div, and then there is a div, the label itself. Then there is this guy. Name. Also, it's only in one. Okay, and then we have one more, and then the input itself. So this big guy covers both of them, which I call this big guy info. But then I don't have this div over here, which I should include like this. Oops, where are you going, fellow? Hey, buddy. I wanna go somewhere far away. Stay over here, please. So we have this container, and then we have container for the label, and we have a container for the input. But class, and let's put the class of input. Or let's just put in like left, and then this guy should be on the right. So first it's gonna be left label, and then right. So this is the code they use. They have a type of text. They have a name, which is name, which I don't have, which is name. ID, which I have already. Class, so they have a separate class for these guys, but I don't think I'm gonna need one. They have a placeholder and they have a required at the end. So okay, let's check. Okay, now we have a placeholder, nice. So let's try to do it with these guys as well. Bigger container, then we have container for this guy, which we should put a div only until here. I like how you just put a slash and just close it for you. That's why people like Visual Studio Code. It's just much more intelligent, and maybe it's because of its IntelliSense feature. Let me just beautify it. And this body should have a label for email. Close this thing. Yeah, just close it itself, and we have a. Okay, we have an email with the label. So what now we need to do is close this. No, it's already closed actually. Yes, so it's already closed, and then we need another div for this body over here. And then for input, oh wait, there is something wrong over here. Bigger container, then this guy is not in the proper container. Right. Div and container. Big. Input. No, wait, my bad. Exactly. Let's put a placeholder. And let's put ID is gonna be email, name. Just wanna change the positions. And we have placeholder. Please type your email. And then we have to put a required at the end of it. But we don't have a class for this fellow. So let's say class. It's gonna be write input. Okay, so we have this part done. Okay, maybe yeah, I think we are done for today because I'm over my target of 1 hour. Yeah, thank you for joining me tonight also. Tomorrow let's continue on with the desk itself. Let me just put it on to see where we have came so far. We have the title, we have the description, then we have the name and the email, and what we need to continue on doing is we have to continue with age, or should I just finish with age? You know what? Let's just do age now. Let's just finish this part of it. We don't have age right now, right? So what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do is let's div and let's do a class left label, and then from over here let's do a label with the class no, we don't need a class for age, and then let's put age. Right, and then let's do another container with the class write input. We're gonna close this body and let's do an input of ID, which is gonna be age, and then we can do name. With age, type is gonna be text, placeholder, please type your you know what, these are very robotic. How old are you? What is your email? What is your name? And then over here, required, and we close this friend. Bang, we're done. Okay, and we have 23. This is my email and this is my name. Okay, perfect. Perfect. And let's push it to survey day 1. Let's stage all this, guys. Enter, and you can just push. Now I'm just using the GitHub official software, so I can publish the new repository. And now if I push, yeah, we should be able to push. And I can just check my GitHub. Okay, perfect. We have them online on GitHub. Okay, I guess that's gonna be everything for tonight. Oops, Oop, my hairstyle is a little bit weird. That's gonna be everything for tonight. I'm constantly looking to the side because I'm checking this pretty much where I can see what's happening on the camera, because the phone is with its back towards me, so now there is nobody on the stream. But still, I hope later, if anyone is interested and if looks at the video later, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something, maybe from my mistakes, because I learned something from my mistakes. And yeah, code might be a little bit intimidating in the beginning, but once you understand it, it's very logical and it's very fun. I know it's challenging and it requires a lot of googling and a lot of reading, but in the end, it's a fun, I guess you could say, work, or it's a fun hobby. You might say it's a hobby, eh? Okay, good night and cheers. See you tomorrow.